number 36. Number 28.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge. And a look at the starter. This is out there with Thompson. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Clark in at the 2 spot. And for Milwaukee, Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Lou. And it's Vincent in at the 5. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Lou can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Clark up top. He's guarded by Lou. And that one's good by Clark.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Lillard outside. Off target from three-point range. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Milwaukee's head coach. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's Jackson atop the key. Takes the 3. And DJ with the basket on the assist from Jackson.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look to start the season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
Ball. Pass to Lou. The 3. Good D by Thompson. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The tray. Offensive rebound. Sirven. They shoot again. The rebound by the Bucks.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this crew.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First team foul.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Vincent taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Pistons shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Cunningham passes to Clark. Thompson outside. And it's blocked by Lou. To the paint. And DJ throws it down.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Giannis against Cunningham.
I like how Cunningham just refuses to settle on the play. He gets his shot off and then gets himself fouled.
This is his first free throw of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Vincent. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Lillard. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Marcus Sasser comes in for Clark. to the right side. Now here's DJ. He's covered by Thompson.
I love it when Giannis is in attack mode like that and gets to the rim so quick.
1:57 left in the first quarter of the game. Cunningham against Jackson. Thompson looking for an opening. It's hauled in by Giannis. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 9-1 run. Van Vliet outside. Lets it go from deep. And they'll get another chance. DJ kicks to Jackson. Clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Antetokounmpo dishes to DJ. He shoots again, and Antetokounmpo lays it up and in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Johnson, he's checked in for Jackson. Then for the Pistons, Dort comes in for Thompson. And Moore subbed in for Cunningham. On defense, Milwaukee. Sasser with it. Hasn't made one yet. It's deflected. And it's the Bucks on the break. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Can't hit that one.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Milwaukee. Leading by 5. That's good from Johnson on the assist by DJ.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes it to Portis. To halt the run, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Into the lineup for your Bucks, Carlson.
Pass to Sasser. 6 to shoot. Moore outside. From outside the arc. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough.
The Pistons, 6.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
We've got Johnson. Antetokounmpo is out there with Lou. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Carlson in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
6 on the shot clock. Lillard, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for Milwaukee.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Lou can't get it to go.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Cunningham. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's intercepted. Clark against Jackson. Kicks it to Clark. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Clark's got 5.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
To the wing on the left. Here's Lou. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. 10 points for DJ.
And the vision of the Greek Freak, they're able to pick out the opening.
Pass to Holland. And the rejection by Giannis. And it goes out of bounds. And so it's Milwaukee enjoying it.
With the score, your Bucks 5, the Pistons 23.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. DJ really making a difference here.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
And Detroit looking at who they've got. We've got Bobby Portis. Clark is out there with Cunningham. Then it's Asar Thompson. And it's Lillard missing. Pistons trail by 12. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
The pass to Lou. Jackson kicks to Lillard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
There's so many qualities of a lead guard that Damian Lillard possesses on the floor, in the locker room. He really, truly sets the standard.
Pass to Clark. And a minute played as the second half gets going.
Milwaukee foul. Vincent, second personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the Pistons now. A 12-point game. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. From about 19 feet. Good as the jump shot falls. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Lillard, the pass to Lou. There's the 3. And he stays with it. Back to Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for Milwaukee.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Plays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 9.
Muscling in for the basket. Lillard showing that mental toughness to get in there.
Lillard against Cunningham. Now, here's Thompson. He's guarded closely.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
pass to Lou. Jackson in the corner. Got a hand on it. Clark against Jackson. Got a piece of it, and it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. Dort comes in for Bobby Portis. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now here's DJ, defended by Dort.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now DJ, he's got 10. Here's the 3. Holland with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
The Pistons Bucks leading by 7. Vincent is out there with Antetokounmpo. And there's Jackson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Lou in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Cunningham looking it over. Rejected by Lou. Giannis outside.
Pistons foul.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
Cunningham outside. Shoots over Lillard. Sirven. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Lou. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
And Cunningham looking confident down low, just understanding if he takes his time, he can get the job done.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. DJ kicks to Lillard. Pass to Jackson. Takes a 3. And that drops in from beyond the arc. 3-pointer from Lou. And the Bucks lead by 7. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Cunningham passes to Holland. Clark outside. The pass to Holland. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here is DJ. Vincent finds Jackson. Here's Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Bobby Portis.
Well, Giannis is one of those guys, you look at the end of the season, he's going to be up there in free throw attempts per game.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Cunningham for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, Cade asking the defense to come out. You got to respect his ability to shoot it from the three-point line.
Bucks leading by 5. Passes it to Lou. It's up a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Lou's got 9 points here in the second half.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Cunningham's shot is off. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And DJ throws it down.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And stolen by DJ. And here we go. And DJ throws it down.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
To stop the run. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Cunningham.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
And so on to Antetokounmpo looking over it. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Connects from three-point range.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DJ.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And DJ throws it down.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Jackson kicks to DJ. Oh, good on the three. Clark with a wide open look. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Here's Lou, and DJ throws it down.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Thompson left side for the three. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching.
Great choice. That's a difference maker. Yeah, there you go. That'll definitely help.
Today we have your affiliation leads here today to talk about our Season 7 builds. My Elite versus Shakedown's Rise. You're up one on us, Shake, so I have to give the fans a build to compete with that. How you doing today? What build do you have in store for the fans?
What up? It's your boy Shake. Shout out to Rise and all my Rise compadres. This time around, I went with a two-way, three-level shot creator. Little bit of everything and a whole lot of problems.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Vincent in at center, filling out the middle. And for Indiana, Toppin at the 4 and Turner at the 5. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Barber in at the 2. Still very early, Clark, but some teams off to a blistering start.
Well, my motto, Brian, is that you can enjoy it and should while it lasts. Everybody's going to hit some air pockets and turbulence at some point. It's how you navigate that determines the outcome of your season.
Here's Lou. Clock at 6. 4-3. Sinks it from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. Down low. Here's Mathurin. Lou with a rebound. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. A main focus on their defense, Damian Lillard, the dynamic point guard. Coach telling me what sticks out to me about Lillard is his heart. He plays way bigger than his size. He raises the level of everyone around him. A true leader. Lillard, one of the most respected players in the league, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Halliburton. In the game against New York, very impressive. Here's Barber, and there's the drive.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
This shot by Lou, no good. The Pacers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Barber. And he dunks it down.
No way Halliburton was going to sleep on that one. I mean, he's too good at reading the defense.
And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness, he is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guard.
Now here's Mathurin. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Out left to the wing. Here's Barber. Lou with a rebound. Pass to Lillard. Jackson with it. Lou passes to Jackson. Here's Lou. Lillard deciding where to go with it. For 3. And Toppin pulls it down.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Clark, talking about Benedict Mathurin. He's another great... And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 6. On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. We've got Jackson. He's out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Carlson in at the 5, down low.
The confidence of Mathurin, palpable. You see it and feel it. That looked good from the moment it left his hand.
The shot by Lou, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Here's Barber. Halliburton on the wing. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Milwaukee leading by 3. Inside. Here's Lou. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
The decision-making of Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, he seems to improve on his passing every season, which is impressive.
Halliburton with the ball. VanVleet covering. And it's rejected. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Damian Lillard's checked in for VanVleet. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Jackson, the pass to Lillard. Mathurin with a steal. Here's Barber. Last game for him, he had 14. Shoots over Jackson.
What a swat by Giannis. Love the force he throws those shots away with.
Launches it. Lou's shot is good. Lou's got his third bucket of the night. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Bucks.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. DJ in the last game against the Pistons was simply terrific. He picked up 29 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. And after being on a losing streak, he came up big and helped them get back in the winning column. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Now here's Mathurin. We saw him with 19 his last time out. And he's going to the lob, and a slam dunk by Toppin.
Toppin, so much fun to watch. Put that on the highlight reel.
To the wing on the left. Lou. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lou's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And the Pacers call time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Bucks foul. Vincent. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Barber.
I thought he got off to a decent start, but this quarter has not been kind to him.
Milwaukee foul.
And a look now at the Milwaukee Bucks' upcoming schedule.
Second team foul.
On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And that game against Brooklyn, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see lineups get sorted out.
Turner can always wow you with a highlight play, but Clark, he's gotten better at the small things as well.
Yeah, I agree with 100% there. He can shoot the three. He's always been an elite shot blocker from the day he stepped foot in the NBA. An excellent screener, but he has added small pieces to his total game in the little areas.
Beauchamp, he's checked in for the Bucks. Left side, Neesmith. Pass to Barber. Six on the shot clock. Second chance effort. Back to Neesmith from outside the arc. Sinks the tray. Neesmith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
The shot by Lou, no good.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Nembhard. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And you think about the value Andrew Nembhard. And a pretty tightly contested game.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Pacers, 32. The Bucks, 34.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. Toppin at the 4 and Turner at the 5. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Barber in at the shooting guard. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Jackson, the pass to Antetokounmpo, over Toppin, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. And the Bucks lead by 7.
You know, Giannis wants to get a few steps closer, but he's worked really hard to make this mid-range shot more consistent.
Barber misses.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and...
Oh, wow! Watch out below.
Big finish. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guy.
No stopping Halliburton. So physical.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Pass to Barber. Back to Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Halliburton against Lillard. Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. To the left wing. Here's Barber. He has 6. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining.
And here's Lillard. No points so far. Pass to Lou. Puts up a 3. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
3 points.
Lillard's got his 4th assist with that last one. Pacers trail by 14. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And the Bucks making a change here. Here's Antetokounmpo. taking a look at the Bucks. Jackson out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Lou in at the 3. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Indiana's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to Mathurin. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Here's Lou. Antetokounmpo outside. Launches a 3. Lou's shot is good. Lou's got 27.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Barber. Count that bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Antetokounmpo looking it over.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
But in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. The Bucks leading by 13. Pass to Lou. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Barber. Now here's Turner. Defended by Jackson. Back to Halliburton. 6 to shoot. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Outside Nesmith. Up top Turner. All sorts of time. And Indiana misses again.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
Here's Lou. And the powerful one-handed slam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. There's the block. And that'll be Indiana's ball as it goes out of bounds. Pacers able to keep the possession. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Launches it from deep. And Indiana misses again.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Halliburton with the ball. He's picked up by Lillard. Barber's shot is good. Barber's got 4 points in the quarter.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Toppin against Antetokounmpo. Jackson, the pass to Lou. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter here. Pacers trail by 17.
Hey, this was exactly the kind of game Coach wanted to see from them. High effort, great play at both ends gets the win for the Bucks.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for DJ.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
First personal foul, second team foul.
The first free throw is good. So this one belongs to the Bucks. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. So long, everybody.
And the Celtics looking dapper, getting off the bus. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The guards are Pritchard and White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Bucks, we've got Damian Lillard. Lou is out there with Antetokounmpo. And there's Jackson. And it's Vincent in at the center position. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And, Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Here's Lou. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator.
Now here's Tatum. This one for 3. That shot is off. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Out to the wing. Lou. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's the Celtics ball, and this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year, so certainly a little payback in mind.
Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many scouts felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively, but he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. DJ with it. He's against Hartenstein. Pass to Vincent. Outside for Jackson. Bucks passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Blue. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's White. No good off the back of the rim.
And being that close to the hoop. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And stolen by DJ. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Now here's White. His last outing with 20 points. 6 to shoot. Here's Brown. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
Poked loose. Inside. And DJ throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Pritchard. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Charlotte. Out to White, beyond the arc. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Vincent. Chris Boucher comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Johnson, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Lillard. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And the shot goes down.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Celtics trail by 6. 40 seconds left in the first. Hardaway, no good. Bucks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
For Boston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game up. Here's Black, and he goes in for the dunk.
One of the most unselfish players in this league. That's a nice pass from Drew.
Milwaukee leading by 6. Lou, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lou's got 16.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Johnson against Hardaway. With 2 seconds left. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure
Up here for the Bucks. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. It's White on the wing. Brown outside. Passes it to Pritchard. To the inside. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And, oh, here we go. Lillard's got it. The fast break chance. We've got Antetokounmpo. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. Then there's Lou. And it's Carlson in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pacers was terrific. He scored 31 points, and all game long he seemed like he couldn't miss from outside the arc, converting many times from distance. It's the kind of incredible performance you expect from a star like him, but still fun to watch. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Bucks leading by 11. In the corner, it's DJ. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Vincent's checked in for the Bucks. Knocked loose. Pritchard passes to Brown. And the lead is down inside single digits. Brown's got 8. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
To the middle. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Hartenstein.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys. Oh, reversed at home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Brown, defended by Lou. Here's White. No good on the triple.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Lillard, the pass to Lou. And DJ throws it down.
Oh, give credit to Lillard there. Outstanding work of recognizing the defense overcommitted.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute.
So we conclude the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Bucks 31.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. You look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
On the court right now for the Celtics, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. The guards are Pritchard and White, and it's Hartenstein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Off target from outside. Bucks leading by 15. Here's Lou. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists in the game. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time, and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And now a look at Jason Tatum. Great showing for him last season. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league. Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Okay, time for an injury report.
Well, guys, I had a minute to catch up with the Celtics head athletic trainer. Well, guys, it could have been much worse. It's a shoulder bruise, and it's aching a bit by the looks of things. Really not the way you want to start the season. Some bad luck right out of the gate. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Brown to end the cold streak. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
There is zero hesitation from Brown. This man is always ready to fire.
And a wide open look for DJ. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 19-point game. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Tatum. Brown's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Celtics. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum.
Milwaukee leading by 17. They've got Vincent. Johnson is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Lou in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
3rd personal foul. First team foul.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Jackson, he's checked in for Johnson. Fires for 3, and that's good for 3 points. Nice shot from Lou. Lou's got 28 points for the game. Celtics trail by 18. White with it. Driving to the basket. That one doesn't drop.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Lou, that's good.
And the man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
White the pass to Pritchard. Pulls it up. Lou grabs the board.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
RJ, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
And there's the pass to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Vincent with the rebound. Vincent's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just an ugly show for him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Back to Van Vliet. Jackson against White. Clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Here's Lou. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Down low. Here's Pritchard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his passing.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Giannis comes in for Chris Boucher. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Boston also with the sub. Hartenstein's checked in. No one covering. That's 36 points for DJ.
And what a competitor. I mean, he's been looking for a shot all game long. He shouldered almost the entire load for them offensively.
Milwaukee leading by 20. To the paint. And DJ throws it down.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Tatum passes to White. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Milwaukee.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Lou, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Tatum passes to Hartenstein. That's tipped. And here is DJ to the middle. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Brown deciding where to go with it. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw
Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony.
mode. What about you, Chris? What got you into the build that you put out there for the community?
So Shake, I wanted to create the perfect shooting guard. I have a shot creating 3-level threat, which means you want to shoot the midi, you got it. You want the up and under pump fakes and draw those fouls like Shea, you got it. You want the 3-point game, you got it as well. This build is the perfect offensive threat. And the best part, Shake, this build has an 84 strength, which allows for bullying people inside offensively with strong handle on Hall of Fame. So that's one way that I really love to use this build.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. TGIF, everyone. So a look at our starters for Orlando. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Goga Batadze. And it's Payton in at the 2. And for the Bucks, we've got Jackson. Also Damian Lillard out there. And it's Carlson in at the center position. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun. He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
Pass to Batadze. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Here's Lou. Fires in the triple. Lou's got 5. About a minute played here so far in the first. Pass to Batadze. And Carroll with it. Here's Curry, defended by Lillard. Outside Curry. To the paint. Here's Batadze. It's rebounded by Carlson.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. To the inside. And stolen by Banchero. In transition, the Magic on the run. And he finishes off the break with the lay-in.
Well, one thing that sets Banchero apart is his body control. The contact never breaks his rhythm.
Pass to Lou. Lillard outside. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot.
Milwaukee foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo. First personal foul.
Here's Orlando. It's a 3-point game. And here's Payton. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Raptors. The shot no good. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Oh!
Wow! Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's Lou. 35 points his last game. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Magic trail by 8. The ball's knocked loose. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Lillard against Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Lou. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Bucks. Another shot. And the ball out of play. The Magic will have it. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. Number 1, Milwaukee.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
Orlando calls timeout.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
You know what time it is, Bucks fans. Give it up for your forward 4 crew.
All right, a chance to check out stats for him.
Get loud once again for us.
And And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Banchero. Pass to Black. Smith inside. Johnson on him. A nice shot by Smith.
Oh, so crafty. I mean, Smith just knows where to get his shots.
Orlando foul.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws tonight. First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Right wing. Banchero right side. Smith inside, covered by Johnson.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And Carroll with it. Vincent picks him up with the 10-footer. Tries again. Deflected. And he gets it back.
And with Banchero's size and strength, almost impossible to defend him inside without foul.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game now. And the first one at the line is good. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Pass to Lou. The three ball. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
12 seconds left in the first. Over to the left wing. Orlando again missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And so it's Milwaukee closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front? Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jackson out there with Johnson. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Lou in at the three, the small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. DJ in the last game against the Wizards put on a show. He dropped 35 points and was locked in from distance. It was impressive. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory. Fred, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
And that one misses. Milwaukee is gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to Carlson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Lou. 17 points in the game. And the Bucks miss again. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Magic. They trail by 1. Over to the wing. To the middle. Paolo, strong.
Well, that's where Banchero's strength really comes into play.
For Milwaukee, they've gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Lou. The three. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Vincent's checked in. The drive by Van Vliet. Pass to Lou. The three. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Lou's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Another triple for him. His fourth of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Matadze, the pass to Howard.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight, and he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
The Bucks have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Lou. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Lou's got 22.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
34 seconds left to play in the second quarter. For 3, Smith. And they'll get another chance. There's Howard with the 3. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Here's Lou, guarded by Howard. Van Vliet on the wing, still without a bucket. Here's Lou. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's been all about Franz Wagner.
With the score, your Bucks 35. The Magic 38.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. On the court for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Payton in at the shooting guard position. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last. And here are the Magic now. 3-point lead. Here's Payton. And it's all from 3-point range. Well, Milwaukee's shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Banchero uses his size down there.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Lou. He's got 22. He buries it from 3. Lou's got 25 points in the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Jackson outside. Here's Lou. Inside. Lillard outside. The shot by Lou, no good. Orlando leading. Wagner outside. And it's blocked. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. Johnson, he's checked in for Lillard. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Payton passes to Banchero. To the inside. Curry. Rebounded by Johnson.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Here's Lou. He's got 25. Pass to Jackson. And here's Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lou for the lead. Unable to get that one. Jackson against Payton. Banchero hammers it home.
Banchero shows off his strength and his quickness on that finish.
Bucks trail by 4. Fires for three. And it's Orlando with a rebound. And Carroll's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Lou. Pure from three-point range. Lou's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
Wagner outside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Fred, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
1:51 left in the third. Here's Lou. Smith with the rebound.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 14 points.
Yeah, man, Wagner is dangerous in the open floor.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Second shot opportunity. Tries yet again. The rebound by the Bucks.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Johnson passes to Lou. They get it back. Can't get the putback. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Vincent's checked in. Reeves is checked in for Orlando. Howard comes in for Wagner. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's blocked. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still.
Magic substitution.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Batase. Lou with a rebound. It could go. Off on that one. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Orlando ahead.
49.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Damian Lillard out there with Johnson. And it's Carlson in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Lou passes to Vincent. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
To the paint. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Here's Lou. Pass to Carlson. Now here's Lillard. To tie it up. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Payton. Johnson with the defensive effort. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. It's a three-point game. Here's Lou. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lou's got 14 points now in the second half. The Magic have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Down low. Shot's good by Black.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Both teams deciding to change it up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Here's Wagner. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. The Bucks trail by 6. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Johnson, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And a change for the Magic. Bataze's checked in. Outside Payton. Shoots over Jackson. Payton, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And they pick up 2.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Pass to Banchero. Second chance shot. It's deflected. Johnson on the wing. He's covered by Curry. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
He had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Here's Banchero. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection. There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Orlando calls timeout. Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Franz Wagner.
Can you say vintage? Wow, this was a vintage performance. I mean, so much of the game is about the 3 ball today, but his focus was going hard into the paint and doing damage from inside.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard the Magic coach as he addressed his team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. And Carroll against Antetokounmpo. And Carroll in the post. Antetokounmpo with the block. Here's Lou. And it's in.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Orlando calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Time called here. The Bucks decide to talk it over. They lead by 4. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
2 shots.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that puts him up 5. 8 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Peyton. Orlando again missing. So Milwaukee wins it. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. So here's Miami's starting group. The front court is Jaquez and Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Simpson in at the shooting guard. And for the Bucks, Antetokounmpo is out there with Lou. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Carlson in at the center filling out the middle. And for both these teams, it's game one of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, start strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink, and they're gone.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Inside, here's Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
Well, on the attack, Jimmy Butler playing with that edge.
And here is DJ. Pass to Carlson. Jackson kicks to Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lou. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, he's got great sight lines. Giannis does, especially where he gets the ball. So he surveys the court, takes a good picture, and makes a great pass.
There's the pass to Simpson. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Adebayo with the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Miami with the ball after the missed 3 from Lou. Here's Simpson. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Jackson passes to Lou. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Lou's got a couple of 3s now in the first of the Bucks. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Passes to Jaquez and stolen by DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Simpson. His last outing, 16 points for him. Adebayo passes to Jaquez. 5 to shoot. Pass to Simpson. From deep. Giannis grabs the miss.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Lou. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
1:58 left to play in the first quarter. And the first time out of the game called for the Heat. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, the Bucks head coach and I were able to talk. We talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, they'll be ready. Guys?
Thanks, David. And here is Hero, following the 3 from Lou. Hero with it. Now guarded by DJ. 6 to shoot. To end the run. A shot off that time.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batting. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Vincent, the pass to Van Vliet. There's the triple. And Ware pulls it down. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Heat, trailing by 5. Last time they met was in Miami.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Hero on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Pass to Vincent. Now DJ. He's covered by Murray. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 5 now.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Van Vliet outside. Lou can't get it to go. On the wing, Murray. Covered by Van Vliet. Murray, good.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's Lou. And no good in the last second attempt this time. Right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of one. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
13.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
They've got Lou, Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Carlson in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Giannis kicks to DJ for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 14. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hands. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
And the Bucks making a change here. Both champs checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Butler's checked in.
Well, Giannis is one of those guys. You look at the end of the season, he's going to be up there in free throw attempts per game.
First trip to the line for him here.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Free throw good. Giannis. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important,
with a whole new lineup now. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Ware's checked in. Kenrich Williams comes in for Jimmy Butler. Murray's checked in for Jaime Jaquez. And Hero subbed in for Chris Middleton. And the slam by Williams.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And it's Murray with the jam.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Here's Blue. And a miss there on the triple.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Simpson the pass to Hero. So it's Miami going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working.
The Heat, 45.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. DJ really making a difference here.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. The front court is Jaquez and Butler. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Simpson in at the 2 spot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. He's off on the second. Bucks trail by 11. DJ dishes to Antetokounmpo. And the pass to Lou. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Second team foul.
Here's Hero. He's got 13. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. He dropped in 38 points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
And Jimmy Butler put together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks, guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Jaquez with a wide open look. Sinks the triple. Jaquez has got 5 now.
Jaquez definitely has that range. He's shown that in the early part of his career. He just wants to be more consistent.
Jackson kicks to Lillard. The Bucks working the ball around. Bangs home the trifecta. Lou's got 6 points in the quarter.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And the Heat call time here.
Who wants a t-shirt? Come on, fans. Make some noise.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Hero. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him. Double team on Adebayo. Simpson, the pass to Middleton. Fires from deep. Simpson with the bucket. 7 points in the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And DJ throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And stolen by DJ. Pass to Jackson. Over to the left wing. Miami grabs the miss.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now you come into the league as a 22-year-old rookie. Jaquez Jr. excelled from the jump. I mean, tons of collegiate experience. Very mature, and I think that's paid off in the early stages here.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bucks. Johnson comes in for Jackson. Then for the Heat, Ware's checked in, and Murray's subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Lou passes to Cornett.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Middleton. And the rejection by Giannis. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what team culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David.
And taking a look at some numbers for DJ. Coming off a terrific season. First in steals, and he also shot his way into the top 5 in percentage from long range. Just a knockdown shooter.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Milwaukee. Kenrick Williams, he's checked in for Miami.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Simpson. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks trail by 5. Here's Lou, and DJ throws it down.
Catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Here's Simpson. He has 7. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Can't connect from short range.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And great find by VanVleet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Middleton, the pass to Ware. Kicks to Williams. Pass to Simpson. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Cornette. On offense here, the Bucks. They're on a 15-6 run. To the inside. To the left wing. Here's Lou. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Exciting neck-and-neck game. By a point. And after a quick reset. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. Then there's Giannis. Look out below.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Miami trailing. Now here's Middleton. Down low, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Jackson passes to Lou, and DJ throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Here's Murray. It's blocked, and he gets it back. That one goes in. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. They lead by 1. He kicks it to DJ. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 5th assist in this one. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in. They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes, came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
Adebayo passes to Hero. Ware banked in off the glass. Ware's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Well, nice vision on that pass from Hero, and he put the ball right in the shooting pocket.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Over in the corner, Lillard. The dish to DJ. Just 5 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lou's got 38 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Timeout called, the Heat. DJ really making a difference here.
He's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Milwaukee. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this. Can they get it done? We'll see, guys."
Thank you, David. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for the Bucks.
And he makes both free throws. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Butler over Boucher. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
Here's Lou, and DJ throws it down.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Butler, no good. Bucks leading by 5. Mr. Lou. Over in the corner, Lillard. Lets it go with the 3. Jaquez with the rebound. Jaquez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hero, no good. Lillard left side. It's hauled in by Hero. The Heat trail by 5. Right side, Butler releases from 15. Here's Adebayo. Rejected by Lou. One-on-one here. Here's Jackson. Buries it down low. Jackson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
Butler against Boucher. And it's Butler missing.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Adebayo, it's blocked. Now, here's DJ. Jackson looking around. Out to the right wing. Lou can't get it to go.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Shot's good by Butler.
And you know it's coming. Jimmy Butler lives to serve up in these moments.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Timeout called, the Heat. They're trailing by 7. 7 seconds left in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance. And so the Bucks take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to on both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
it already is. How should people use cap breakers on this build?
For me, it's non-negotiable. I think you should consider that 99 perimeter defense. This build, out the gate, 94 perimeter with the ability to add the cap breakers to get them to a 99 perimeter defense. And I think that's a huge advantage because on defense, not only can you lock up your assignment, but then now he's got to be faced with your 95 ball handle. So if you put the other cap breakers on the ball handle, now they can't guard you 1v1 and you can guard them 1v1. So this makes your build a real problem offensively and defensively. What kind of cap breakers?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment. A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Ali LaForce, our reporter. Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Carlson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And both of these teams off to a good start, winning their first games in the NBA Cup.
And tonight is a huge one in this group. Remember, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. So if you can get out to a 2-0 start, plus have the tiebreaker, you're in business.
So the Bucks win the tip. Here's Lou, coming off a solid outing against Chicago. The three is up. And Anunoby pulls it down. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Pass to McBride. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Here's Lou. Three-pointer. He drops it from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. But, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Lou, good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Lou's got 6.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
Pass to Towns. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Lou. And a miss there on the triple for New York. They've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Brunson. Yep, that one goes. Brunson's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, that's a silky jump shot. Playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
The shot by Lou, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 from deep. There's the 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. McBride's gone 1 for 3 on the night. From downtown, Lou's shot is good. Lou's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time finding his teammate for the great look.
Brunson finds Anunoby. Left side Brunson. That shot off. Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Lou.
Blocked! Such an active, skilled defender. OG Anunoby twice on the pipes. Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different